And now she's got like a job, like a little small job to get extra money, and she won't let him use any of her money, and she still won't cook, and she still won't clean, and she calls him lazy, and she's really rude to him, and I hate her. Yes. And that's my grandma and grandpa. And then my other grandma and grandpa, my ma and pa. My grandma, she's the most hardest working woman I've ever met in my entire life, and she worked really, really hard to get her family money, and she'd stop, she'd like not have stuff for herself sometimes to get everybody Christmas, like presents and everything. Like, she spent thousands and thousands of dollars on Christmas. And then my grandpa died, and he had panic attacks, and he had like fear of being alone, and agoraphobia, and fear of like so he had social anxiety and anxiety. He had all that shit. Like, it was crazy bad. And he used to work every day of his life. He used to work and work and work. And one day, like, he got something in his eye, and like he couldn't see very well out of one eye, and like that eye was messed up like almost his entire life. And then because of his anxiety attacks and stuff, he just, like, every day it'd get worse and worse. Like, he'd get closer to work, farther from work, and he'd start having a panic attack, and he'd have to, like, stop by the side of the road, and he'd be late or whatever. And then one day he just stopped going to work. Like, he couldn't go to work anymore because it got so bad, and it was really bad. And now my uncle's got it, and my dad's got it, and I've got it, like, small. I don't have it that much, but I have social anxiety a bit, but I have a lot of friends. I don't know.
Hey.
But I don't like to go out for, like, long periods of time. I'm an indoor person. I like to watch movies and read. But anyway. But I love my grandpa. Like, he died. I can't remember how many years ago it was now, because it's hard to remember years for me, but it was, like, it was after his birthday one year. But he just died. It was crazy. Like, nothing was wrong. He just called my dad one night, and he was on his way over, and he just died. And my dad called me, like, really late that day, the next day, like, at 1 a.m., and I was scared, and they told me he died. And I never cried that hard in my life, because he was the only one that paid attention to me ever when I was little, and still, kind of, he's the only one in my family that's ever paid attention to me at all. And, like, we played video games together, like Final Fantasy, that was our thing. And, like, I played Nintendo since I was like 3 years old or 5 years old, whatever the fuck year it was. And we played Super Nintendo together. We played PlayStation together. We played Nintendo 64. Everything that came out before he died, we played it together. And then, but Nintendo and Super Nintendo was our thing. And like, I got the Nintendo, but I wanted the Super Nintendo because it was like our thing, and my uncle had the fucking audacity to say that me and him never fucking played anything together. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? He just wants it to sell the fucking games, and I know he will. But anyways, so that's my grandma and grandpa's on both sides. And then got my mom and dad, who got together because I had this friend in like 1st or 2nd grade named Greg Crabtree that lived down the street from my grandma's, because I lived at my grandma's. And I came to find out his mom and dad are the ones that got my mom and dad together, and his mom and dad and my mom and dad hate each other, but me and him ended up dating, and like, he was awesome. But yeah, so we were kid dating though. I mean, I was like, I had to be like 10 or 11, 12, something like that, because it was right after my parents split up. You can look at my teeth, they're like really white. But anyway, so they are.
Her teeth are perfect.
They're not perfect, but they're really white.
Yes, they are. They're perfect.
I got one back here.
Yeah, I don't care. You give her a smile. I'm retarded. Don't mind that. Pretend that didn't happen. Anyway. It's on video, honey.
I know. I can delete it before I put it in, but I'm not going to, because this is raw.
See, now you have to delete all of this, because if you don't, then everybody's going to know that it really happened.
No, it's me raw. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Okay. So that's the story of my parents and my grandparents. And my mom used to go out and party all the time. And then finally she started working and she never learned to drive. She still don't want to drive. And my mom's fucking crazy and never wants to leave the house. And my dad has had a poor choice of women. And we'll get to that very shortly. But that's me before I was born. I had them people in my family. And when I was little, I wasn't very popular in, school. I had, like, my core group of friends, like Trinity Wolf and whoever she hung out with at the time, really, because I didn't really like any. I like to read, and I like to listen to the record player, and I like to play board games and video games, and I like to hang out with my family. I always like to hang out with adults instead of kids. And, so I did. And, I usually ended up playing in a rock pile or with strings or drawing stuff. Hi, how are you? And, that's pretty much me. I had sleepovers and shit, but not a lot of them. And then I hit middle school, and I had more friends, like, what would be middle school? Well, 5th grade. 5th grade was when me and Timmy started talking. It was 5th grade, right? Because we were still in elementary school. It was before we hit middle school.
5th grade is where we really got to be really good
right.
friends.
So that was before middle school.
4th grade.
Miss Tupper's class. Did you have Miss Tupper's class?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's when we sat together.
We actually sat across from each other,
yeah.
I think. Like
yeah,
one
it
time.
was. No, it was. That's what we did.
Awesome time.
And didn't Heather sit with us too? I think Heather sat with us too.
I forgot.
Like, she sat to the left and you sat across from me, I think.
Tell them how awesome Miss Tupper was. Like, we were the only class out of, like, all 4 ever got to go on field trips.
Miss Tupper was awesome. I loved Miss Tupper to death. I didn't like Miss Vite. Did you have Miss Vite?
I had her, like, math.
She's okay. She wasn't the greatest.
Wasn't she, like, more 4th grade?
Yes, she was. I was just talking. I'm going backwards.
Miss Friedman. Oh, my God.
I don't think I liked her.
Oh, she was horrible.
I didn't like her. Just so
She
you
was the
know,
meanest
if
bitch
Miss
ever.
Friedman happens to be watching my YouTube class, I don't even know you, but I don't like you. Quit being a bitch. You're not a very good teacher, bitch. Retire.
Whoa, look at your pussies over there.
They're fighting. It's cool. Okay, but Miss Prince was my 3rd grade teacher. Did you know Miss Prince?
I think she was, like, really young.
That was my first lesbian crush. That was like I knew. My 3rd grade teacher, people. 3rd grade teacher.
You go way back, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so, 3rd grade teacher, the first lesbian crush. Okay, now we're in 5th grade. It was Miss Tupper. She was awesome. I used to sleep over at Heather Toole's house. She was a member of 4-H. She was one of them, like, I don't know. She liked animals. Anyway, and then, like, I met Timmy, and Timmy was the awesomest. So we talked
I know,
a lot.
so is my Destiny, though.
Yay.
My Destiny's, like, number 1 on my list. She is really.
We used to talk, like, every day on the phone.
Oh my God, I have
Every
so many. I still
fucking
have,
day.
like, voicemails from you on my phone.
I'm crazy on voicemails.
But I love your voicemails. You're always so creative.
I try. I try not
You
to
have
have
a
the same
vivid
old, like, this was
imagination.
Destiny, what's up? My back. I don't even know. Don't look at that face. I know you're gonna look at it, but don't. What is my problem? I keep getting sidetracked. Okay, so 6th grade. We got 6th grade, and, so 6th grade, I had Miss Masters, Miss Davis. Who'd you have 6th grade?
Miss Keck.
Just Miss Keck?
Miss Keck and Mr. McMullen. Everybody said like they were the 2 coolest teachers ever. Miss Keck treated me like I was some kind of.
I didn't like either of them.
Miss Keck was. I really didn't like.
But
her.
I didn't have them. I just met them. And I don't like Miss Masters, Miss Davis either. They were kind of bitches to me.
Dude.
What? But I had really bad grades in 6th grade. Like, really fucking bad
Yeah,
grades.
6th grade was my awfulest
I
year.
sucked. Well, because I had to remember a fucking locker combination for my first year. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know what's going on up in here. You know? locker combination, algebra. What the hell? Oh, you know? Reading class, math. Oh, God, fuck gym. I gotta change for gym. What the fuck's going on, you know? And then there were boys, and there were girls. I was person crazy. I'm not a horror whore, I'm a crush whore. That's what the problem is. I have a crush on fucking everybody, because there's something good about everybody. Okay, so, 6th grade. I fucking hated 6th grade. I had this friend named Amanda Smith. and she's like shorter than everybody. And I had a crush on this kid named Josh Koss, and it was the year I started cursing. Like, I didn't curse until I was in 6th grade.